Right now, the planet you are standing on is moving incredibly fast, but you don't feel it, you don't see it, you don't even notice it, because everything around you is moving together with the Earth. Our planet is spinning at an astonishing speed. At the equator, Earth rotates at about 1,670 kilometers per hour. That is faster than the speed of sound. And yet, life on Earth feels calm and stable. But imagine something impossible suddenly happens. In a single moment, the Earth stops spinning. No warning, no slow decrease in speed, just an instant stop. What would happen to everything on the planet? The first seconds would be catastrophic. Everything that is not firmly attached to the ground would continue moving at the same speed the Earth was spinning. That includes people, cars, airplanes, buildings, and even the oceans. If you were standing near the equator, you would suddenly be thrown sideways at over 1,600 kilometers per hour. That is faster than most passenger jets. The result would be devastating. Cities would be destroyed in seconds. Massive shockwaves would travel across the surface of the planet. Skyscrapers would collapse. Cars would fly through the air like projectiles. But the chaos would only be beginning, because something even more powerful would still be moving. The atmosphere itself. Even though the ground suddenly stopped, the atmosphere would continue moving at incredible speed. This would create winds stronger than anything humanity has ever experienced. Faster than hurricanes. Faster than the most powerful storms ever recorded. These winds could reach supersonic speeds. Entire forests would be flattened within minutes. Buildings, bridges, and communication towers would collapse across the planet. But the most destructive force would be the oceans. Right now, the oceans are moving together with Earth's rotation. If the planet suddenly stopped, the water would continue moving. Gigantic walls of water would surge across continents. Tsunamis thousands of meters high could crash into coastlines. Entire coastal cities would disappear beneath the waves. Millions of people would have only seconds to react, but the chaos of the first hours would only be the beginning of Earth's transformation, because the real changes would happen slowly, over days, months, and even years. After the initial destruction settles, the planet would begin to change in a very dramatic way. Right now, Earth rotates once every 24 hours. This rotation creates the cycle of day and night, sunrise, sunset, morning, evening. This rhythm controls life across the entire planet. Plants depend on it. Animals depend on it too. But if Earth stopped spinning, this cycle would disappear. One side of the planet would always face the sun. The other side would remain in endless darkness. On the bright side of Earth, temperatures would rise dramatically. Without night to cool the surface, the ground would absorb heat continuously. Oceans would begin to evaporate. Large parts of the planet could turn into scorching deserts. Meanwhile, the dark side of Earth would become colder and colder. Without sunlight, temperatures would drop far below freezing. Entire oceans might begin to freeze. Snow and ice would slowly spread across continents. Human civilization would face one of the greatest survival challenges in history. But strangely, there might still be a place where humans could survive. Between the hot side and the frozen side of Earth lies a narrow region, a place where the sun always sits near the horizon. Scientists sometimes call this area the twilight zone. In this region, temperatures might remain relatively stable, not too hot, not too cold. Over time, humanity might begin to migrate toward this narrow band around the planet. New cities could be built in this twilight region, a thin ring of civilization stretching around the Earth. But there is another change that many people never think about. Earth's rotation also affects the shape of the planet. Because the planet spins, the oceans are slightly pushed outward near the equator. This creates a small bulge around the middle of Earth. If the planet stopped spinning, gravity would slowly pull that water toward the poles, and this would reshape the oceans themselves. Over time, the oceans would begin to move across the surface of the planet. Sea levels near the equator would slowly fall. Some areas that are currently deep underwater could become new land. Meanwhile, massive amounts of water would collect near the northern and southern poles. Entire regions of the world could become flooded. Coastlines would change dramatically. New continents might appear, and the map of Earth would look completely different from the one we know today. But even in this strange and damaged world, life might still survive. Life on Earth has survived incredible disasters before. Asteroid impacts, ice ages, mass extinctions. Each time, life adapted and continued. Humans are extremely adaptable. With advanced technology, people might build underground cities, massive climate-controlled habitats, or floating settlements in safer regions. Over many generations, humanity might learn to live in this new environment. A world where the sun never sets on one side of the planet and never rises on the other. A world divided forever between endless daylight and eternal night. All because, in one impossible moment, the Earth suddenly stopped spinning.